$20 on Venmo, saying my favorite TikToker. I really appreciate you for the $20 on Venmo, Amber. Let's get some W's in the chat for Amber.
For stuff to be suppressed for so long until he became like everyone loved him, all the way up until.
Wait. Why do you accept, right, the notes provided in Ashley Biden's supposed diary?
I agreed. I said if it was submitted and it was written down, then yeah, something that was written down can't be changed.
Oh, so you do think that there's sufficient evidence to prove that Trump is a rapist? Why the hell are you voting for a rapist?
Like I said, not really a rapist. I mean, my point being is this: everyone, has done. I mean, not me personally. I don't suffice in it. I don't say whatever.
Are you trying to say that everybody's a rapist?
No, that's not what I'm saying. You're twisting the words. I'm saying people make mistakes. I'm not saying that it's okay.
People make mistakes? Sure, grape is a mistake. It's one of the most horrid atrocities that could ever be committed from one human to another. If someone walked up to your mom and raped her right in front of you, would you turn around the next day and say people make mistakes?
No, that's what I'm saying. There's a total difference on how far something goes. Again,
so it's only a mistake when Trump does it.
I'm saying he grabbed. Is something worse than another? No, it's dramatic in different stages. But if he would have had somebody pin her down, hold her down, and then did stuff to her, like, you know what I mean? That's
dude.
like,
This is literally just like screaming. Oh, boys will be boys. Trump will be Trump. No. Trump will make mistakes. You were literally just willfully writing off one of the most morally decrepit actions that can ever be committed on one by another person, and you are excusing the severity of them, right? Unlike you, I think that rapists should be held accountable. Unlike you, I don't think that victims should be blamed. Unlike you, I don't think that rape is a mistake. I think that rape is deserving of accountability and punishment. Unlike you, I don't think that we should be voting for someone that you self-admit has been proven guilty for rape because of the perpetuation of rape culture and systemic misogyny that this would cause. What do you think it's going to tell men all across the U.S. if we allow a rapist to be in the highest rank of power available in the world? That's going to tell men that they could go out, rape a woman, be held accountable for it in a court of law, and still have all their hopes, dreams, and aspirations, achieved regardless of that. No, I think that we should socially scrutinize rape. I think that we should limit the opportunity provided to those who commit rape, and we shouldn't be platforming them, putting them in the highest position of ranking power available on the face of the earth.
But look at Clinton. Go all the way back to. We can go to Clinton. We can go to Joe Biden. We can go to all the stuff that people that were in power, and he's still in power. We can go all the way back to. All kinds of stuff for reasons why Biden shouldn't have been in power. Look how Harris made her way up to the top, basically by sleeping with a married man. Doing adultery.
Okay. Hey, so real quick. How many votes did she get in her run for AG?
Actually, Trump endorsed her during when she was going for a like I said.
So how many votes?
Did she sleep with Trump to get his endorsement?
For real?
You never know back then. There was a lot of stuff even that has been said about her, about how she made her way up.
Jesus fucking Christ. So how many votes did Harris get when she was campaigning for AG of California? Do you know?
I can't remember. I know she only got like 3% when she was running against Joe Biden.
Let's stay on topic. What about her campaign for DA? Do you know how many votes she got then?
Not off the hand. No, I can't tell you the exact.
She got 84,000 in her run for AG and 4.4 million in her run for DA.
Flip those, Dean. DA was the 80,000. AG's 4.4 million.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
I've been corrected. Anyways, in total, she got about 4.5 million votes for these two offices. How many of those 4.5 million people did she have to sleep with to make them vote for her?
I'm talking up how she got to her position before being elected.
She got to her position through democratic processes, being elected into office through the vote of the public. I think it's incredibly fucking gross to see grimy old dudes, I don't even need to see your face to know the way that you probably act or look, coming up on my live saying the only reason women can/are in positions of power is because they manipulated men to get to the top.
That twisted.
What you are taking is traditionalism that would instantiate the idea that men ought lead women women ought be submissive to men. Women are not as capable of men, which
That's
are
not what I
incredibly
said.
misogynistic norms that have been
Not what I said
continually
at all.
perpetuated
Look
through
at Hillary
yesterday's
Clinton
society
literally
and
got
today's
raped.
society. And you are saying, and then you look at women who are currently in positions of power, and you are devaluing their character and aptitudes and abilities by
No, I
saying they
gave a lot
actually
of
don't
credit.
have any good reason to be in that position of power. They just manipulated
Hillary
men
tried
to
to run
get there.
run against Trump, and she got crushed, and she had a lot more pull than Harris has.
And what the fuck does that have to do? Literally, I like genuine question here.
No, I'm just
what
saying,
the hell
you
does
said
that
about
have to
women
do with the
power.
fact that
You're
you're saying
saying
the
that I
only
was
reason this woman got in a position
discriminating.
of power was because she slept with men? Don't you think
I'm
that's a little
saying
bit
that
demeaning to the legitimate
look at
qualities and
Judge Joe
abilities
Brown.
of women
Judge Joe Brown, even
all across
Judge
America?
Joe Brown. Have you watched Judge Joe Brown's interview about?
I'm going to go ahead and ask you the question again. Do you think that saying the only reason a woman is in a position of power is because she manipulated
say
men?
any woman. No,
do you think
I said
allow me to finish?
Sure.
Allow me to finish. You are really showing your masculine ability to control yourself. Okay. All right. So let's try to correct that. Stop acting like a toddler. Would you say that saying that the only reason a woman is in a position of power is because she manipulated men? When you say that this could possibly devalue the incredibly apparent aptitudes, abilities, and abilities of women in positions of power, saying that the only
not
reason
of all
is
women.
because they slept through the top.
That's a left move. I said Harris. I'm defining Harris alone. I'm putting her in her own category.
Yeah, but you want to be saying that about Harris if she was a man?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's
Did you just admit that you wouldn't be saying that about Harris if she was a man?
If she was a man and she did that and to get her way in power, yeah, I'd pull it. Just like
how would you feel if I told you that Kamala Harris had
son? The other reason he has power in anything or has a job is because
hey, how do you
Same thing.
feel? Hey, how do you feel if I told you that Kamala Harris has 3 kids, right, with 5 baby daddies and cheated on all of them? How'd that make you view Harris?
If she had 5 baby daddies and cheated on all of them, well, then I'd basically say, I know you're probably going to push the fact about Trump, basically, but he has the money to do so. It is what it is. If she did that, that's to each their own.
Has the money to do so. So you're going to look at Kamala Harris sleeping with a legally divorced man, and you're going to conflate this to being the only reason she's in a position of power. Then you're going to turn around, look at Trump's cheating ass, and say, well, nothing was wrong with that because he's rich.
Those women knew what they were getting into. I'm sorry. The man of power.
Like the woman shouldn't have worn the quote-unquote skimpy little dress to the party. She knew what she was getting into. She should have watched her cup a little bit closer. She knew what she was getting into, right? She should have been more aware of the fact that Trump is a very rich, high-value man that has access to a lot of other women. She should have known what she was getting into. So this is what we define as victim blaming. This is incessantly done by members of the Republican Party. This has been done to E. Jean Carroll. People have come in my life saying that she should have been looking closer. You are not a Democrat, sir.
I'm in Pennsylvania, and yeah, I grew up a Democrat. My whole family is Democratic Party.
I grew up in a very conservative family and live in a conservative county. Am I conservative?
I don't know. You can choose to be what you want to be.
Wait, no, I'm following your logic.
It's just osmosis. Whatever you're around, it just penetrates you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
Like Donald Trump
you can choose to be what you want to be.
All right, I'm not entirely sure where we got off. This whole tangent started,
So anyways, could you please explain to me why Trump cheating on his wives wasn't a bad thing, but Kamala Harris sleeping with Willie Brown was?
Well, I'm just saying, if you go all the way back to however you want it to be, if you're married to someone and you cheat on them, is it bad? Yes, 100%, because you're standing underneath God. If you want to bring religion into it, there's different.
You're a fucking Christian?
I said it depends on what type of religion
Are you a Christian?
Am I a Christian? Yes, 100%. Yes.
Okay, as a Christian, how can you stand for the rapist, felon, fraudster, election denying liar that does nothing for the low and the middle class? I thought that Jesus was all about acceptance. I thought that Jesus was all about giving to the needy, giving and providing to the poor. And I thought that Jesus was all about being morally virtuous and not forcing yourself sexually on women.
I believe that Joe Biden and the left.
Joe Biden's not running for president. Kamala Harris is.
He was. I mean, she slid into his place.
Jessica, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. Thank you for fighting for women. I really appreciate you for the love, Jessica. Thank you so much for the love. I really appreciate you, Jessica. So without saying the name Joe Biden, right? How about you go ahead and respond to my question?
Okay, after 3 years of basically everyone saying he was incompetent and couldn't run, now he can. And she basically just got pushed in. She wasn't even elected by the left.
Okay. Trump, right? Oh, well, actually, no, she was. She was elected by the delegates of the DNC.
Just recently, yes, but she was
As of yesterday.
Yeah, as of yesterday.
And what's the issue with this? This is a perfectly fine, legal, conventional.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying. Like she was.
Also, she was elected by the left on the Biden-Harris ticket.
I honestly think that should have been smarter.
Can you respond to my question? This was a complete pivot away. I asked you how you, as a Christian, can vote for the lying, narcissistic, delusional rapist, right? That has also committed felonies, is a fraudster, all right? That does not care about the low and the middle class when the Bible vehemently preaches about giving to the needy, giving to those that are less fortunate, right? Does not care, right, about individuals that he deems as quote unquote bad. In fact, he wants to segregate them, such as the imposition of the Muslim ban, stating if you're Muslim, you can't come into the country. What would Jesus do? He invited the adulterers, he invited the tax collectors to sit down at the table and dine with him, right? That was a protest against the Pharisees. That was a protest against the Roman officials. The whole story of the gospel is about bringing people together, acting in good, morally virtuous manners, and providing to those who are more needy. And meanwhile, you're voting for the man that does the exact opposite of that. How can you, as a Christian, justify that vote?
Because the burden of today will be something of tomorrow. I mean, how did she say that again? How's that verse go that she used?
You actually don't have a response, do you?
I'm basically saying that you're supposed to forgive those. You know what I mean? People sin and then you're forgiven. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean.
Okay, do you forgive Hitler?
Do I forgive Hitler? Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I do. I would forgive anybody if they went and said they were sorry for their sins and.
Jaren, thank you for $1 Venmo.
Then yeah, I would forgive, but who knows? He died. Did he get to say he was sorry for what he did, or
wait? Blasphemy is an unforgivable sin, right?
No, not necessarily. If you're basically
the Bible says that blasphemy is an unforgivable sin. So you can't forgive me for saying fuck God, but you could forgive Trump for raping a woman?
I mean, you can also say you can't forgive people for having gay marriage. I mean,
what?
Yeah, it says it right in the Bible.
Where? Wait, so I just want to clarify, right? You can't forgive two men for getting. Also, don't say gay, say lesbian, right? Just
no, sorry.
Safe word. So why is it the case that you can't forgive two men that are married?
I'm not saying I can't. I'm just saying, like, if you go into the, I mean, they like revolt up against it, saying that they still don't believe into it. But do I care about it? No, I don't.
So you're saying that you can't forgive gay marriage for the reason that it says so in the Bible. So what verse in the Bible says that you can't that's unforgivable?
I can look it up for you real quick if you want. I'm just saying.
All right, everybody. I've given you a long enough break while Pennsylvania looks up a Bible verse that doesn't exist. I would like all of you guys to fill up the bars. Again, we've been hanging out at 1.2 million for a little bit too low. If everybody fills up those bars one time, we will get to 1.6, maybe even 1.8 in no time. And also, if you want to support Dean, and his Cash App and Venmo are in his profile, and his PayPal, if I'm not mistaken. And if you are a Trump supporter, please stay in the box. If you are not a Trump supporter, you just want to tell Dean how adorable he is and how much you love him, that Discord is the place for that. If you go to discord.gg/Dean, that will get you over to the Discord. And then if you want to help me in my efforts, you are extremely welcome to help people who can't afford the fees and fines associated with the criminal justice system. That information is in the link in my profile. I see us up at 1.3 already. Keep tapping. And Pennsylvania, we are waiting for your verse.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell this guy's talking about. Like, there's like maybe 7 verses that I could think of that Christians would typically like mention to be homophobic. Like Leviticus 18:22, Leviticus 20:13, Genesis 1:19.
Yeah, it basically says all the way through
1 Corinthians 6:9, then 1 Timothy, right? Like none of those verses would say anything remotely along the lines of what you're talking about. I mean, so let's hear it. What's a verse? Right? Don't read off the verse. It'll get me banned, right? So just name the verse.
Oh, you want me to actually name the verse? I was just going through the Christianity site. Hold on.
Yeah, shocking as it is, the Bible contains a lot of language that'll get people banned on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even read. I wouldn't even be able to read on.
Literally, just name the verse, bro.
Okay.
If you can't fucking name the verse, just tell me. Right, obviously, you need to get educated.
There's Matthew 7:17-18.
Matthew 7:17 is about marriage. It does not talk about GAY people and individuals of the same sex whatsoever. Matthew is never conventionally referenced by Christians in an attempt to be homophobic. That is a false lie.
There's 25 Bible verses about homosexuality that does.
No, name. I'm waiting, bro. I know the Bible better than you ever will, unfortunately. I'm waiting.
All right, so there's 18:22, Leviticus 18:22.
It's pronounced Leviticus. I have a question. So you think that the book of Leviticus in the Christian Bible is accurate in describing morality to us, right?
No, and then there's Romans 1.
Wait, if you don't think that the book of Leviticus in the Christian Bible is accurate in describing morality to us, why would you cite the book of Leviticus to tell us that being GAY is wrong? Okay, so you do think that it's accurate in
I'm saying, okay, so if we go over the time period, that's what I'm saying. There's things that were considered bad years and years and years ago. And
bro, can you just answer my fucking question? Do you think that the book of Leviticus is accurate in its moral determinations of what is good and what is bad? Yes or no?
And some, I don't know, it's like 50-50.
Okay, so that's just unironic cherry picking.
Oh, there's things that you do and you don't. You know, I mean, you can pick what you believe and what you don't believe in. I mean, there's things.
No, you literally can't. No, see, that is actually false. No, you can't look at a verse such as Leviticus 25 verses 44 through 46 when God says that slavery is okay. Be like, no, I'm going to ignore that. That's not real. Then look at Leviticus 18:22 where it says that's moral truth. So my question to you is, if you're going to use Leviticus 18:22 to be homophobic as all hell, right, condemn the LGBTQ plus.
Or it says where it should not lie with a male.
Bro, I can't fucking do this. Are you going to incessantly interrupt me, or are you going to act your age? Kathleen, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for the love.
I know you're the host, but I'm just saying.
I'm going to set your booty on mute. You're going to listen to me. So you referenced Leviticus 18:22, a verse in the Christian Bible that condemns GAY sexual encounters. And you're going to say that this is sufficient reason to say it's wrong. Well, Leviticus 25 verses 44 through 46, God says that slavery is okay, right? So would you say that it's just as likely that being GAY is wrong as it is likely that slavery isn't wrong? Because these are two moral claims made in the same book of the Christian Bible?
You can't compare slavery with same sex. That's
Nicole, thank you for the $4 on Venmo. Yeah, you literally can, right? Because the book of Leviticus does say that being GAY was wrong. However, the book of Leviticus also says that slavery is okay, right?
No, I get what you're saying, but I mean, you're taking two different things. You're saying apples and oranges. You know what I mean?
Bro, God says being GAY is wrong in Leviticus, just like God says owning a slave isn't wrong.
It's like in Jude 1:7.
Pennsylvania, this is a very simple, logical, thing. Your argument here is if God says something is wrong, then it is wrong. So when God says that, being GAY is wrong in Leviticus 18, that's what makes it wrong. Well, why would slavery be wrong if God says that slavery is not wrong in Leviticus 25 verses 44 through 46?
Because it's all through interpretation. You realize that, right, too? There's been
Okay, go ahead and search up Leviticus 25 verses 44 through 46 and interpret those motherfuckers for me. Julia, thank you so much for the $15 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for the love. I want to see some massive W's for Julia right now in that chat. Thank you so much for the $15. Read it out. Read it off live. Leviticus 25, 44 through 46.
There's Jude 1:7.
Hey, buddy. Focus on me. Read Leviticus 25 verses 44 through 46 on live right now.
45 for what?
Leviticus 25, 44 through 46.
I'm not even on that. I thought we were on 2013.
Holy fucking shit. I can't. Chad, I can't. Should we, I thought that you were a Christian.
1:7, you got Romans 1:26 through 28.
Okay, are you gonna engage with what the hell I'm saying, or should I just move on?
No, I am engaging, but you're asking me to read something.
I'm asking you to read Leviticus 25, 44 through 46.
Okay, so you want me to, okay, read it? Okay, I'll read
Trump's
it.
better.
Oh, you are a fetus.
Okay, and what do you want me to state on this?
I want you to read it out loud. Leviticus 25, verses 44 through 46.
I'm not gonna read that. I get, you might shut down your thing.
No, it won't. Read it out loud.
25 through 46.
Cynthia, thank you for the $3 and the 33 cents on PayPal.
Oh, you can read it. Go ahead, you can read it.
All right, fuck you. We're going to go ahead and move on. He doesn't want to engage, so we're going to go ahead and move on. Fuck that.
I pulled up the website he was following down, and I think he was struggling to actually figure out how to look up Bible verses. So he Googled, like, what does the Bible say about, being GAY? And then he was just reading literally verse for verse just what the website said.
Yeah. I mean, he's not a... Yeah, these terrible Christians know, like, less about the Bible than I do as a 19-year-old atheist. It's hilarious. What's up? How old are you, Alec?
Hey, I'm 24. I just wanted to let you know that you need to research Trump's dementia. It's gotten worse over the past few years.
Trump's dementia. All right, buddy. We're going to move on to our next guest here, y'all. Everybody just give us a minute. If you're voting for Trump, let me...
Bethany, $10. Thank you very much. Daryl for $3. I appreciate you. Lindy for $10. Thank you so much. Cassie for $5. I really appreciate that. And I had one more that I just swiped past. Danny, thank you very much. And Dennis, I appreciate you guys. You guys are lovely, and thank you. Guys, keep tapping. We got to 1.5. You know what's next. Let's make it 2. You guys had a little break there. Keep tapping those fingers. If you are a Trump supporter, if you want to extol the virtues of why you're voting for a rapist, please hop in the box and educate us. And then if you're not a Trump supporter, if you want to talk about things that aren't related to supporting Trump, take that to the Discord. Go to discord.gg/Dean, and Dean will... there's a whole crew of people who will gladly entertain all of those conversations.
Hell yeah. What's up along the way? How old are you?
How old am I?
Oh, you're good.
I'm 60.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. Are you voting for Trump?
Okay. I want to respond. I kind of like scrolled in as the guy that was talking about the people with alternative lifestyle.
Well,
I want to respond.
Just want to clarify.
I want to respond to what he was saying. People love to...
I'm so sorry. You were probably going to pop off. Or maybe not, because you called being GAY an alternative lifestyle. So
I didn't sense any political discussions coming from that guest, so good call.
Yeah, guys, if you're MAGA, let me know down below. We're going to move on to our next guest here, y'all. Yeah, and also, right, you calling me rude because I'm like, I have a boundary that I only want to debate Trump supporters. Like, if you like cross that fucking boundary of like, of course you're gonna get kicked, right? Like, I'm telling you what will happen. Right? That's like breaking a law and calling the judge rude for sentencing you to jail for 10 years. You know what I mean? Like,
trust me when I say this. Like, Dean has a format here. He keeps it going. This is why the way Dean does the things that he does is why there's almost 6,000 people in the room. There are 100 of other lives, or if you want to see 8 liberals piling on a Trump supporter, you can find that. But Dean is doing what he's doing. But I will say there is a very nice group of people over on the Discord who are happy to engage in all those conversations. So lovingly take it there.
David, thank you for the $3 and the 33 cents on Venmo. Kaylee, what's up? Are you voting for Trump?
Hello. Yes, I am.
Okay, so first question. Why do you care about someone that doesn't care about you? He's vehemently sexist with ill-will treatment towards women, including sexual violence.
He really isn't. And I would love to know your reasonings behind that.
Of course, Carly. He sexualized little girls, said that he dated a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He's boasted about grabbing women by the P word without consent, without asking first. He bought a Miss Teen USA pageant so he could walk into the changing rooms of half-naked teenage girls to quote-unquote inspect them, then boasted about it on SiriusXM. He was held civilly liable for the rape of a woman, found guilty for having have done that in 1996. He's been accused of rape by 23 other women on top of that, including a 13-year-old. It's also the case that he said he'd date his own daughter if she wasn't his daughter. He said that the only thing he has in common with his daughter is sex. Meanwhile, she said real estate and golf, right? Howard Stern called his daughter a quote-unquote piece of ass, and he said, yeah. He's called his own daughter voluptuous, literally sexualizing her. He's also cheated on 3 of his wives, including one with a porn star, in which he then paid money to not tell anyone before the 2016 election. And he elected 3 justices to the Supreme Court to overturn Roe v. Wade, that explicitly put the rights of all 170 million American women and girls on the line.
See, I know that you have all these points that you just spewed out to talk about, but to be honest with you, I think people can change. I think he was not preparing to be president. That wasn't his main goal. And, you know, I truly think that him, when he was president, he did a lot that was good for this country. We weren't struggling economically. We weren't struggling to pay for groceries, to buy gas. We had jobs. And ever since Biden's been the president, we have had nothing but misery in this country, like truly. And I'm willing to put the country first before my own feelings of him as a person. I think he is a good businessman. He makes a lot of money and knows how to.
Can you name one good businessman with 6 bankruptcies?
But he's still a billionaire. Of course, a billionaire is going to have some failures. Like, everybody has failures in their life. That's how to succeed. You have to fail in order to succeed.
But are you able to name, like, one other good businessman with 6 bankruptcies?
No, not off the top of my head. No, I can't.
And then you're talking about how he did all these things before he knew he was going to run for president and people can change. First of all, being like being sympathetic to a womanizer rapist is quite frankly insane.
That is not being sympathetic
about
for
half
that.
the clips that I named, right, came after 2000, and he ran for president in the year 2000. Third of all, how did the Biden-Harris administration cause the price of gas to increase? How did the Biden-Harris administration cause inflation? Or how did the Biden-Harris administration just cause our economy to go into turmoil shit?
By allowing millions of illegals into this country to take our jobs, take our health care, and leave Americans high and dry who don't have jobs, who don't have opportunities to get help with housing and things like that. I know I've struggled as an American. I've struggled and not been given help as much as a lot of my friends that happen to have illegal parents.
This is the thing, though. This is where your rhetoric really works against you. So, first of all, calling undocumented migrants illegals is just quite frankly insane. I don't think that
What country allows people to come into their country without documentation and... Like, tell me one country that does that.
I'm going to go back to what I was saying. And now you're asking me to name one country that allows illegal entry into the country. So it's kind of implied, given that it's called illegal entry, that they don't allow it, because if they did allow it, then it would be legal. So that was a little bit of a very silly question coming from Carly there. Secondly, right, the question I'd like to ask you is, well, if it is the case that, you know, you're calling these people like illegals, you're saying that they're entering through illegal means of entry. However, it is the case that undocumented migrants who enter into our country through illegal means do not get state or federally funded programs such as healthcare, like food stamps, etc. Right? That's wrong. They have to meet residency requirements that would consider like citizenship.
Let's go. Come on.
Somebody got busted by dad, I think.
Yep. She doesn't like getting kicked, quote unquote, out of the house, according to her dad, but then she wants to turn around and deport everybody here just trying to make a living wage to provide for themselves and their family. Quite hypocritical stance if I've ever heard one. All right, we're going to move on to our next guest, guys. If you are voting for Trump, let me see a MAGA down below in that comment section. We're going to get our next guest up in here literally right now, folks. If you want to support me or La, both of our Venmos, Cash Apps, PayPal's in the bio. I believe that La's in the link in his bio, going to a good cause over there. We're going to get our next guest, Ron B, up in the box literally right now. So everybody just hang in there, hang tight, give us a minute. Also, La, feel free to interject at any point. I just want to let you know once again.
I got you, man. You're doing just fine.
Yeah, I take an initiative, but like, feel free to interrupt me. Right, I love.
Understood.
Absolutely fine. Ron, what's up? How old are you?
I am 38.
Okay. Considering the shirtless profile picture and the half sleeve arm tattoo, you're voting for Trump.
Why? Because you're judging me by the way I look. That's amazing. Drop me now.
No, it's actually because of your bio. So you're pro-Israel.
Okay, just drop me now. You see, you're a piece of work.
Bro, you're a piece of work. Fucking work.
Did you drop him?
No, he left. He ran away because he's scared. I think I hurt his feelings.
Well, I mean, you put him into a box and you gave him an opportunity to refute it. Yeah. Guys, 1.7. Everybody fill that bar one more time. Let's go. 2 million. Don't stop until we get there.
Ron was terrified. Dave, are you voting for Trump?
Yes, I am.
All right. Why the hell would you be doing that, Dave?
Because when he was in office for 4 years, I had money in my bank. Since the 2 that's in office now, my bank account has been drained.
Okay. So did they just like steal your money, or did you go gambling? Did you get a trip down to Vegas? Were you just feeling a little
No,
bit?
I don't gamble.
No? Okay. Well, I'm trying to determine if this was like user error or like caused by the Biden-Harris.
No, not user error. Have you not been to the grocery store? Have you not been to the gas pumps?
Okay. Inflation. So how did the Biden-Harris administration cause an increase in the price of goods, such as like groceries or gas?
Well, you know, it's awful funny that they all of a sudden went up. And you got to think Democrats has been in...
Andrea, thank you so much for the $25 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for the love, Andrea. Let's get some W's in the chat for Andrea. Thank you so much. Go ahead, man.
The Democrats have been in the White House for 12 of 16 years now. So tell me, why is it that all of a sudden Democrats are so great? No, wait a minute. I was registered as a Democrat voter.
Okay, well, we're just going to go back to your main point that, like, you know, the pricing of goods such as grocery or gas have gotten more expensive under Biden and Harris, and that's why you're not going to vote for them. So I feel like this is very terrible logic, right? We can't just say because something has happened in our country that the president's to blame, right? And we could kind of use your logic here to make Trump look really bad. At the end of Trump's term, we saw the highest rate of unemployment since the Great Depression. Would you say that Trump is to blame for that?
No.
Okay, so if Trump is not to blame for the unemployment rate caused by the pandemic, why would Biden and Harris be to blame for the inflation?
Did you miss any work? Did you miss work during the pandemic? Do you work now? Have you had a job?
This is my, yes, you are currently engaging with my job. This is a real job. Brenda, thank you so much for the $100. One second, Dave. Brenda, thank you so much for the $100. That is insane. I want to get at least 300 W's in the chat for Brenda. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much for the love. Massive W's down below for Brenda. Thank you so much for the $100 on Venmo. That is quite frankly absurd. I don't deserve that. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much, Brenda. But yo, Dave, you were like laughing. Like, what do you think this isn't a real job? Are you jealous, quite frankly?
I've worked since I was 15 years old.
Yeah, but you're saying like this isn't a real job. Why is this not a real? What's a real job, buddy?
Getting out in the workforce, working, building stuff, doing stuff.
Yeah, I'm building a brighter tomorrow, buddy. This is a real job, and I get like an individual support me.
What I worry about with this economy and the way the country's going, I don't worry about me. I don't worry about my kids. I worry about what this country's going to be.
Why are you pivoting? You can't defend your point. Okay. Well, if you don't care about what the country's going to be like for your grandkids, or you want to be voting for the guy that literally denies science, says that there's no climate change caused by humans, and eventually the Earth is going to get colder. We just don't know it yet. Yeah. How's that going? Caring about your grandkids pulling out of the Paris Agreement, etc. But second of all, you literally laughed right when I told you that this was my job. Why did you laugh?
That's a funny job.
Why so?
It's not a job. It's sitting in front of a TV, giving your opinion to people is not a job to me.
Okay, so then should I not
How
pay
old are
taxes
you?
on- Then should I not? I'm 19. Should I not pay taxes?
19 years old. So you've never had a out of the house job.
Okay, well, I mean, first of all, you said
You-
this wasn't a job. Now you're just saying it's not an out-of-the-house job. Second of all, I have. Third of all, I think you're just jealous.
I'm just jealous.
Yeah,
Let me
for
tell
sure.
you, son. Let me tell you, son. I've worked hard since I was 15 years old, and I'll work hard till I die.
And why aren't you working
And
hard right now to give me a
yesterday-
good reason to vote for damn Trump?
Yesterday, you
Queen, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo for my real. 1 second, Dave.
That
Queen,
her
I really
mother
appreciate you
had
for the $10 on Venmo. And Beth, thank you for the $50 on Venmo for payment for a not out of the house job. Holy shit, Beth. Let's get some W's for Beth in the comment section right now. Thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. And Jessica, thank you for the $10 on Venmo for Dave being jealous. Thank you so much, Jessica and Beth. W's for Beth and Jessica. Not a real job, but just made $60. Not a real job.
$60 stealing from the people is what you're doing.
How am I stealing their money?
You just are.
Oh, no. Wait.
You're taking people's money
How?
for bullshit.
How am I stealing money from people when they're watching my stream, then voluntarily going to my bio, reading my Venmo or my PayPal, swiping over the Venmo or PayPal app, typing it in, then voluntarily donating to me out of the kindness of their heart because they agree with what I'm saying?
Let me ask you something.
Jasmine, thank you for the $10 on Venmo, straight from her wallet, stole it from her. Thank you, Jasmine, for letting me steal $10 from you. And Christine, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. Thank you for letting me steal $5 from you. And Yvette, thank you for the $25 on Venmo for being Employee of the Month. Yvette, thank you so much for letting me steal the $25 from you. Yvette, thank you. Aubrielle, thank you for the $3. I'm glad I could steal that from you. Hee 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 hee. Hee 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 hee. Go ahead.
Let me ask you, what's your opinion on
Juan with the $5 saying
insurance?
stop stealing my money. David, thank you for the $5 for letting me steal $5 more from David. W's for David and Juan. Go ahead. Susan, thank you for the $10 on Venmo saying thank you for the service. Thank you for letting me steal your money. Your money is mine. Yeah, let's go. W Susan, thank you for the love. Thank you for the galaxy as well. Let me steal that from you. Michael, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. Stealing it from the people. I stole that from you, Michael. That's my $10 now, baby. Sally with $5 for my not job. I guess not. Thank you for letting me steal that money from you. I guess I'm a violent criminal. No, not as bad as Trump, though. Let's not forget about the 34 felonies. Susanna with the $5. TikTok work is work. Absolutely. Thank you for letting me steal that money from you. Samantha with the $5 as well for the job promotion. I guess I don't have one. Thank you for letting me steal that money from you. Kimberly, thank you for the $5. Honey, thank you for the $10. Stealing money right and left. I'm just pulling it out of their pockets, folks. This is the easiest con ever committed by a human. This is like taking candy from a baby, if not easier. Michael with the $3 on Venmo, this time saying, stop stealing my money in all caps. I can't stop, Michael. I am uncontrollable. I'm just a silly man at the end of the day. Shelly, thank you so much for the $5. I stole that from Shelly. Caitlin with the $5 as well. Stole that from you too. Thank you so much. Carlos, thank you for the $15 on Venmo. Stole that freight from you. Thank you so much, Carlos. And Nathan, thank you for the $100 on Venmo. Stealing it straight from Nathan. Thank you so much for the $100 on Venmo. And Malika, thank you for the $25 on PayPal. And Sarah, thank you for the $20 on Venmo. Biggest swindle yet, folks. W's for Nathan. And Delaney, thank you for the $10 as well. I want to see some massive W's in the chat for Nathan. Malika, thank you guys so much.
Or do you want to be an asshole?
I'm too busy stealing money.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Brenda, thank you for the $25 on Venmo saying that Trump is a real criminal.
Tell me
Brenda, thank you
about
for the
the health
$25.
insurance.
I really appreciate you for the money, Brenda. Stole it straight from your wallet. Yo, Cheyenne, thank you so much for the
you're really
$25
trying to
saying
change
stop
people's
needing
minds,
stop
ain't you?
stealing my money. I need to feed my kids. I just stole money from someone that needs to feed their kids. Uh-oh.
What about,
now I feel pretty bad. But thank you so much for the $25 stolen straight from you.
Let's
Jamie
talk
with the $5
insurance,
as well.
You little punk.
Kayla, thank you for the $15 stolen straight from Dave's account. Dave, I just stole $15 from you. Apparently, Kayla just sent it to me too. Marv, thank you for the money gun.
I bet.
Okay, what do you want to talk about in insurance?
I want to know what your point.
Joanne with the $30 on Venmo, stealing it from Joanne. Joanne with the $30. Thank you so much for letting me steal that from you. And Vernon calling me a dirty thief for stealing $20.24. Lexi with the $5 as well. W's for Joanne, W's for Lexi, W's for Yvonne, W's for Raymond with the $5 as well. Thank you so much. I'm a dirty thief. Oh my God. Oh, I'm going to be locked up for the rest of my life after this, Dave. What did you do?
Insurance.
Samantha, thank you for the $50 on Venmo, saying thank you for stealing my money. I have never been thanked for stealing money from someone in their damn life. Samantha, thank you so much for letting me steal the $50 from you. Let's get at least 500 billion trillion W's for Samantha in the chat. Mary with $8 as well. Thank you for letting me steal that money. I'm stealing right and left, left and right, folks. It is terrible. This is a crime. This is a crime. I'm a criminal. Go ahead, Dave.
You know my question.
Okay. All right, buddy. What do you want to talk about in insurance? You got to be more specific. What the hell about it?
Yeah, I heard yesterday you talking about everybody getting health insurance. That would be just crazy.
Jessica with the $3 on Venmo, I'm stealing it from him. Wilma, thank you for the $5 on PayPal, stealing that from her too. Thank you so much, Jessica and Wilma. So about health insurance.
About that, huh?
Oh, yeah. I have a question. So would you support spending like $1.6 trillion on universal health insurance?
No.
Okay, but you do support Trump passing the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that particularly spent $1.6 trillion in debt-related spending for tax cuts for the top 1%?
Well, I don't approve the shit.
Crazy. Ryan, thank you for the $25 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for the love there, Ryan. Let's get some W's in the chat for Ryan. I stole $25 from Ryan. Caitlin with the $1 on Venmo as well. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Scott with the 10 cents. What do you want to talk about? Go ahead.
You know what the hell I want to talk about?
Ollie, thank you for the $5 on Venmo as well, saying stop stealing my money. Dave gave me this $5. I stole Dave's money. Corey, thank you so much for the $5 on Venmo as well. I'm a little criminal. I guess so today. That's right, Corey. Thank you for the love. So, hey, real quick, Dave. So, what do you vote for someone that's held civilly liable for the rape of a woman?
Now do what?
Would you vote for someone that was held civilly liable for the sexual abuse or rape of an adult woman?
I'm voting for Trump.
Okay. Do rocks click-a-clacking? I don't even know what to say. Was that an answer to my question?
Tell me about this Medicare that you think everybody's going to get.
Oh, yeah. So I actually don't see Kamala Harris currently advocating for Medicare for all, but it would be cool. I think that ultimately speaking, healthcare is a basic human right that should be available to anybody. And it's not like we can't pay for it, right? We'd actually see that like per capita, like the hike on taxes that this would cause would be less than the premiums that we're already paying, right? And it would guarantee anybody access to healthcare regardless of their financial situation, which I see as a basic human right, absolutely. And I mean, you know, it's very hypocritical for Republicans to say, oh, we don't have the money for it, we can't fund that, what the hell are we doing? But then you turn around and you vote for Trump, the person that spent $1.6 trillion literally just on tax cuts for people making over $400,000 a year. You only care about rich people, you don't care about the low and middle class.
So I'm a rich person, huh?
Well, I mean, if you
I'm middle class.
Yeah, you got tax cuts, but that wasn't included in the 1.6 trillion as from the other 300 billion. I support, right, the tax cuts that he gave for the middle class. I just think that we should hike taxes on the people making over 1% to provide even more to the low and the middle class.
Hey, that's all well and good, but I'm still voting for Trump.
Okay, so why do you want to vote for a rapist womanizer?
Was you there when this all happened?
Charlotte, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. It's her last dollar. I was stealing it from her. No, are you a Christian by chance?
Yes, I am.
Were you there when Jesus apparently rose from the dead?
No, I wasn't.
Cringe. Hypocrisy. Double standard. Crazy. Anyways, next.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I just wanted to get on here and explain to you that Medicare is not all it cracks up to be. Obviously, you don't know how Medicare works.
Yeah, because I'm just a jobless preteen, right, Dave?
Do you pay taxes?
Yeah, but would you recommend me not to since I don't have a job? Like, why the hell should I pay taxes? I don't have a job, right?
What kind of tax rate you paying?
Why should I tell you how much I paid in taxes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The more you talk, the higher his bracket goes.
Well, that's good.
Oh, that made me laugh. Unfortunate.
You're from California, right?
No, I'm from Colorado.
Colorado. Oh, pot smokers.
Okay, Dave. F1's in the chat. F1's in the chat.
Guys, we are so close to 2 million. I asked you to get us to